This one way too real, Dick O'Neal, man, coming to you live from the headquarters, man, representing Lord No Productions. And you know, if you love football like I love football, man, you'll enjoy this video because this video features the greatest football player of all time. You know, I will always be a Jim Brown fan. I always call him the greatest football player, but Tom Brady had really separated himself, not only the greatest quarterback ever, he squashed that debate. There's no argument on who the greatest quarterback player. Some still might debate if Jim Brown was the greatest football player, but to me, it's all about winning. The game is all about winning. It's all about leadership, making your players better. You're talking about a guy that got to change your roster every season, then throw touchdown passes to over 100 different players in his going on 20th career. This right here, this video highlights the beginning of Tom Brady's greatness to show you that he got the clutch gene in his DNA. This ain't nothing new to Tom when everybody underestimated him. They hated on him from day one. But when he had his opportunity, he made the most of it. That's an inspiration to me. So I encourage you, whatever opportunity you have, make the most of it. I'm gonna be like Tom Brady, man. You know what I mean? What a great football player. What a great man. What a great leader. Just bigger than the sport. On the court, on the field, nobody better. And because we're going into his 20th season, and you know the haters gonna be hating once again. Rob Parker, Max Kellerman, they sound like idiots talking about Tom Brady in the cliff or not going back to the Super Bowl. I like Tom Brady again in year 20 to make some more history. Wow, just a pleasure to be alive during the Brady era, you know, and I witnessed it all. And I'm grateful for that. I thank God for Tom Brady, man. It's way too real, Dick O'Neal, Lord No Production, man. Tom Brady, man, the GOAT.
What do you think makes a good ball player?
And Michigan said, hey, you come here, you'll be 7th on the depth chart.
You know, this is not new. They alternate Tom Brady and Drew Henson, and it's something both quarterbacks accepted.
His choice was, hey, Dad, you got to go beat the best, be the best.
Well, let's take a look at the new quarterback, Drew Henson.
Well, Drew Henson, he's fearless, really, in the pocket.
Henson's got pressure and throws it away. Intentional grounding. There's a flag. Oh, Robert Smith.
Yeah, that's amazing that he wanted to compete at the time. He's
a third baseman. Signed $1 million contract with the New York Yankees. Almost intercepted. Third down. It's almost picked off.
Brady, I think, would be able to handle that a little better because of his experience standing in there.
Had he not gone to Michigan, I doubt very much that he would be where he is.
He doesn't look like a happy camper.
Tommy was the clear cut. He was the captain of that team. He was the leader of the team, and he was the best quarterback in that team, bar none. Ask any guy in that
team. People were betting on who the NFL star was going to be. It was Drew Henson.
Henson steps up in the pocket, reloads. Has it picked off. Eric Morris inside the 20 to the 17-yard line.
One of the real troubling parts was the Michigan situation, you know, the fact that really they were trying to replace him as their starting quarterback and say, okay, they don't really want this guy as their starting quarterback. They want another guy. Well, what's the problem here?
Tom Brady on the sideline warming up. I think that's a good move. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah, Tom Brady's a great college quarterback, but we have to play Drew Henson.
I really do. I think they're going down with their co-captain, their senior. We'll see if he can get a drive going here.
I didn't come in with the opportunity to play right away. I had to earn it.
Brady stayed down for a minute, but he's right back up leading this team.
Tom Brady, very, very tough quarterback. Brady now with first down.
What was that like from a father's perspective, thinking, you know, my son's kicking ass out here, and they keep talking about this Drew Henson kid now?
Brady stands in there, they pick up the blitz, and he throws a strike.
It just seemed like everyone was 1,000% Drew Henson's the next big thing.
I mean, he was supposedly the greatest thing since Jim Thorpe.
Wilson has a complete to Shea. Shea's inside the 10 to the 5 to the 3-yard line.
man, this guy's competitive like nobody else. He made himself better.
The setbacks with Thomas and Shea. Pump fake.
But he is such a competitor, and he brings so much fire with him and belief.
Touchdown, Michigan. Well, with 4:48 to play, Michigan's in a 10-point hole.
Everyone on the team believes in him. He may not realize people are staring at him, but all those teammates are staring at him, and their chin straps on a little tighter, and they're ready to go. He's that good of a leader.
But this is a young man who patiently waited for his chance to play, and then had to withstand the challenge of Drew Henson. He never complained, he just performed.
Folks, this is the ball game here. 4th down and 3. Michigan doesn't get it, it's over. First down, Michigan.
Tom Brady is the definition of a force multiplier. He's going to elevate the play of everybody around him.
Walker's inside the 15 to the 10-yard line. First down, Wolverines, needing a score badly. Shea, inside the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Michigan.
And it's going to be not just the offensive unit, it's going to be all 3 phases of the football team.
That last drive was 12 plays, 96 yards, just over 2 minutes.
Brady really separated himself the way he played.
When he gets in, the other players know we have a chance. The score, the time, it don't matter. It doesn't matter.
Nobody's got the tight end. Brady.
We have a chance.
Reaches for the touchdown, Michigan, and Brady's legs save the day.
This game is a struggle. Tom Brady embraced that struggle.
The crowd is on its feet. Touchdown night again. Tom Brady leads him back. He knew he needed 3. He got him 7.
Should you cap this off with a win over Alabama, would this be a nearly perfect collegiate career?
Well, you know, it'd be pretty darn close. I mean, there's not much more I could have asked for.
These two teams met the toughest schedules in all of college football in the BCS computer rankings. Alabama had the toughest schedule of all. Michigan was number 2. And there's Brady making his final appearance in the maize and blue of Michigan. Now he's going deep to Terrell. Touchdown! There you go.
The greatest quarterback ever is Mr. Brady. Period.
As we say, Michigan, 2 clubs here. One looking for its 11th win, one looking for its 10th. And here's Sean Alexander. Busting it into the secondary. He might take it. Alexander is gone. Touchdown, Alabama. Oh, boy, now we got something working here. They haven't done a good job on 3rd down tonight. Brady, pump fakes, steps up, step down, sacked at the 10-yard line. Freddie Millens backpedals to the 38. Straight ahead he goes. Freddie Millens cuts outside. He's got great speed. Alabama touchdown. Michigan now trailing by 2 touchdowns.
I mean, we're talking about psychotic Tom Brady, the guy who's never eaten a strawberry in his life.
Pickup of only 2 on that pass play. Play action, Brady, look out!
Under fire, under pressure.
He got away from one, got away from another. He goes that way, and he's got Terrell in the open field. David Terrell inside the 20. Michigan, touchdown! Boy, that was a nifty bit of footwork by Tom Brady, who didn't go down.
The weird thing with Brady is he's always had leadership. Like, even he always, you hear the people, hey, bet on yourself. Tom Brady always believed in himself.
Brady to throw. Down the middle he goes to his fullback, Shea, and he's got a first down at the 40-yard line.
When it was time, Tom Brady did it again.
2nd down and 8. Brady fires. Terrell's got another one. Down to the 20. Tom Brady in his final appearance as a Michigan quarterback. There's what he's done so far tonight. Made a move at the 15, the 10. He's in again. Touchdown, Michigan. We thought maybe Michigan had put itself in a hole too deep to climb out of. It's 28-28. Overtime at the 66th FedEx Orange Bowl. It's Michigan on offense first at the 25-yard line. Brady, nice play fake. Fires across the middle. His tight end's got it. Sean Thompson, touchdown. Just like that, Michigan wins in overtime. And a career high for Tom Brady in both yardage and now touchdown. His 4th touchdown pass of the night.
It's just a masterpiece. It's a thing of beauty. It's clutchness beyond comprehension.
At the combine, when you watch Tom, you saw this tall, gangly-looking kid. Looked like having ever seen a weight room.
In 32 years of doing this, we talked about 576 quarterbacks. He was number 576.
Belichick was fortunate enough to have Brady drafted in the 6th round. Dick Rabine's recommendation. I was there for that workout in Michigan, so I never thought he was going to be any good.
Tom Brady at pick 198 goes to the New England Patriots.
He didn't get drafted till pick 199. The 6th round.
A lot of people don't believe in you. Is obvious by 6 other quarterbacks taken and 198 other picks. And I always felt, you know what? Once I get my shot, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna really take advantage of that.
But you just signed the $100 million contract. The last thing you're thinking is this 6th round pick out of Michigan is going to take your job.
No, that was last thing on my mind.
Talk to me about your favorites. Because just talk about love under, okay?
Like sticks.
Chris had the ball for the first time. Drew Bledsoe, now in his 9th year, just 500 yards away from joining that 30,000-yard club out of Washington State.
He was right in my hip pocket all the time trying to learn. So I figured he'd be like a 10, 11-year backup. Was kind of what I figured he would.
Zeroes in on Bledsoe. They've not sacked Bledsoe today, and that's quite in contrast to last year when they sacked him. Bledsoe going to run it. Needs 10 yards.
Bledsoe's injuries will thrust second-year backup Tom Brady into the starting role for this Sunday's matchup.
I've always told myself, if you ever get this opportunity, because you never know how many you're going to get. And when you do get your opportunity, you better be ready to take advantage, especially how competitive this league is and how good every team you play is.
The Patriots organization would never be the same.
Now, that was Tom Brady getting his opportunity in college. But that was early Tom, and he's going to go through his life, but sometimes I just like to hear what all the naysayers and the haters say so we can put their words up against what he did after they said he was going to so-called fall off a cliff or whatnot, or that he would never get to the Super Bowl again. But anyway, check this out, man. Tom Brady to go.
And if you ask me if he'll ever get to another Super Bowl, I have one answer. No way, no how.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to Super Bowl 49.
The Patriots and the defending champions and the Seattle Seahawks.
And when we talk about that heart, that's straight up dog in you, okay? I'm going to roll with Seattle.
It started 7-8 months ago, right? All for this moment. We win this game, you're honored.
Super Bowl 49 underway.
I know we're still holding on to the five Super Bowl appearances, the 3 Super Bowls. Listen, when you get older, just so all of you out there, when you get older, you can't do the things that you did 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
The Patriots have not won since Spygate. They haven't won in a long time.
The problem I have is with all these apologists out here who act like it's blasphemous to say that Tom Brady has been bad, to place blame at the feet of Tom Brady.
This is the draft report on you. Basically, it goes poor build, skinny, lacks great physical.
Faces an uphill battle now.
Lacks mobility and ability to avoid the rush.
By 3 points. He knows that a field goal could put them into overtime.
He was skinny, slow.
ready. As Tom Brady leads the Wolverines back. The most underrated college quarterback in the country, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady in that game on Saturday.
Jim, he's not only a special quarterback, he's a special leader. I don't think any team could ever have a guy that truly embodies the spirit of Michigan, putting the team first, than Tom Brady.
What do you think makes a good ball player? I don't know.
He's really been a special quarterback, hasn't he, Lloyd? And he's one of those guys that when the pressure hits, he comes through.
These two teams met the toughest schedules in all of college football in the VCS computer rankings. And a dramatic finish as Michigan wins its 10th game of the year. Tom Brady, 4 touchdown passes.
We kidded you about being the comeback kid. You didn't want to have to wait to the fourth quarter to bring the team back, but you did a tremendous job.
What better way to go as a fifth-year senior as an Orange Bowl victor?
At the Combine, when you watch Tom, you saw this tall, gangly-looking kid. Looked like haven't ever seen a weight room.
His 40 time and that vertical jump in 32 years of doing this, we talked about 576 quarterbacks. He was number 576.
Does he wow you throwing the ball? There were some other guys that could shoot it, and he had just an okay arm.
He didn't get drafted till pick 199, the 6th round.
A lot of people don't believe in you. Is obvious by 6 other quarterbacks taken and 198 other picks. And I always felt, you know what, once I get my shot, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to really take advantage of that.
But you just signed the $100 million contract. The last thing you're thinking is this 6th-round pick out of Michigan is going to take your job.
No, that was the last thing on my mind.
Talk to me about your favorites. Talk to me about your favorites, because just talk about love under, okay?
Like sticks.
He was right in my hip pocket all the time trying to learn. So I figured he'd be like a 10, 11-year backup. Was kind of what I figured.
Okay. You just want to throw so you get on TV, huh? Yeah.
No slight against the other guys. It's just the fellows who work in the NFL are the best, and it's nice to have them back home.
So 3rd down and 10 now. Big play for the Patriots. Bledsoe. Oh, my. Oh, does he hit? Oh, look at Drew. Yeah, this is more critical than the first down.
Bledsoe's injuries will thrust second-year backup Tom Brady into the starting role for this Sunday's matchup against the high-powered Indianapolis Colts.
The Patriots organization would never be the same.
I've always told myself, if you ever get this opportunity, because you never know how many you're going to get.
The Super Bowl I ever covered was January 18th of 1976. It was Super Bowl 10, the first Dallas-Pittsburgh Super Bowl, way before your time.
Old Tulane Stadium?
No, it was in Miami at the Orange Bowl, back in your stomping grounds. And all these games I've seen since then, I've never seen anything like that game. And all the great games in other sports I covered, the U.S. upset of the Soviets in the 1980 Olympic hockey game in Lake Placid, I was there. The Montana to Dwight Clark, the catch game, Candlestick at the end of the 1981 season, I was there. The Kirk Gibson walk-off with 2 down in the 9th to beat the vaunted Oakland A's and Dennis Eckersley, I was there. And yet I've never seen anything like this. This was the most amazing game I've ever witnessed. And maybe I'm being a little prisoner of the moment, but I don't think so. It's starting to sink in. That was the most improbable comeback in all of sports history, where there was no way, because the New England Patriots of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick were all-time bad, followed by all-time great.
All-time
great. And I did say that back when we launched this show on September 6th. I said, this is going to be the year, Brady. He's going to be the Super Bowl MVP. But not in my wildest dreams or nightmares did I ever see it happening like that happened. And I'm ready to plunge and go this far. And we'll talk about this throughout the show. But for me, I'm the biggest Michael Jordan fan on the planet, but now I have to be objective. I believe that last night, Tom Brady didn't just eclipse the great Joe Montana within the confines of Super Bowl and NFL. I believe last night, Tom Brady eclipsed the man, MJ, Michael Jordan, as the greatest clutch player in all of sports history. Wow. When you look at his Super Bowl resume, and we'll get into it more in detail later, but what he pulled off last night was flat out impossible. Seriously impossible. And I kept thinking of you, and I knew you were celebrating because you want to talk about deflated. I was deflated. And when Tom Brady threw a pick six late in the second quarter that made it 21-0, I said, game over. There's no way. The Falcons are too explosive on offense. They're going to have the ball too many times in the second half. There's no way Brady can pull that off. And then for sure it was game over when the Falcons scored to make it 28-3 with 8:31 left in the third quarter. 28-3? Were you not game over at that point?
Yeah, I really did. I thought that was the dagger. Excuse me. I thought that was the dagger. And in talking to all the guys, because obviously we were the historically black college Pro Football Hall of Famers were honored, and everybody in there thought it was over. Jackie Slater was also in there. His son Matthew plays for the Patriots, and he was just like, I did not see this coming. I did not see this happening like this.
So at that point, I gave up on the game a little bit. I started playing with Hazel, my little Maltese, for a while because I hadn't seen her for a week. You know, I did. I used her. I used her for a little good. I brought her into my viewing room to change the fortunes and the luck of the game. But I started to process, how are we going to explain that Tom Brady just played his first ugly Super Bowl with an ugly loss to fall to 4-3 in Super Bowls? And I thought, this is going to be tough. And at that point, Shannon Sharp, help me out here. New England could not run the ball or stop the run. Am I right about that?
Yes.
And at that point, the new improved New England offensive line with Dante Scarnecchia coming back out of retirement to coach it, it looked even worse than it did at Denver a year ago. They couldn't block anybody. And Tom Brady, as we just heard him say, was getting the you-know-what knocked out of him. And he was losing a little bit of poise and a little bit of accuracy, because he is human now. Yes. And he was getting hit so hard that he was getting a little gun shy, and he missed 3 or 4 throws, a couple to Edelman, where I thought, what are you doing? Not to mention, they had dropped 3 balls. Gostkowski had missed it, just clanked an extra point off the right upright.
You thought it was Denver all over again.
Yeah, it was Denver all over again. And LeGarrette Blount had blown the potential early lead with the fumble where he got stripped by Deion Jones. And I thought we were looking at 42-10 at that point, seriously. And then this happened. Tom Brady turned back into Tom Brady, and Matt Ryan turned back into Matt Ryan. That guy that I told you all last week, we had great shows in Houston, thank you, Houston. But I kept saying, I just don't believe in this guy to this level. And when it was time, when the money was on the table, Brady was Brady and Matt Ryan was Matt Ryan. And when he got strip sacked, that was at, I think, 28-12, 8:31 to go in the fourth quarter. And there was that little shot, if we could see it, of Brady on the sideline. Wait, guess who that guy is? Guess who that guy is? That's Psycho Tom. That's the guy, when I see him emerge, it's like the little kid comes out of him, but it's like a crazed little kid. And he does his little half pirouette, unathletic jump on the sideline. And you say, uh-oh, here he comes. And from that moment on, the stats, think of these. From 28-3 down, he goes 26 of 33 for 284 with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. New England from that point had 338 total yards to 69 for Matt Ryan and company, and just took over the football game. Tom Brady rose above that game and took it over the way nobody in the history of the NFL could do. And in the end, he did get to watch Roger Goodell present that trophy to Bob Kraft, who just delighted in it. He just reveled in it, right? Sweetest ever, right? And Tom Brady did accept the handshake from Roger Goodell because he's a classy individual, and he wasn't going to leave him hanging on that one, though I wish he would have. And in the end,
come on now.
Well, seriously,
not on that stage.
Not on that stage. But in the end, Tom Brady managed to beat Roger Goodell by not only saving his legacy that Roger attempted to tarnish, if not wreck, but he enhanced it last night by starting off so poorly and finishing so all-time great.
And that ring was lost long, long ago.
You know, we've said it before. Father Time has no idea where Tom Brady lives. None.
And it is the magic number 6. Michael Jordan, the greatest athlete in history of American team sports, has 6 championships.
Touchdown, Patriots, as they tie Super Bowl 52.
Boy, if the Eagles can come up with their one turnover of the game right
Michael Jordan, the number 6, is a big deal.
If he gets his hands on all 6 stones.
Brady is sitting on 5.
And he fumbles the football, and the Eagles have it. Brady fumbles, and Florida has the ball.
The enemy of the free peoples of Middle Earth was defeated.
He can never regain his full strength.
But they were all
I lost the Super Bowl to Nick Foles.
CC, how much do you think the outcome of this Super Bowl will impact Tom Brady's legacy?
Tom Brady lost the fumble that changed the game. That was the reason why the Eagles won.
There is a prison in a more ancient part of the world, a pit where men are thrown to suffer.
Yes, the answer is the cliff has arrived. And I do not believe Brady will be a great quarterback this year.
But sometimes a man rises from the darkness. Sometimes the pit sends something back.
Let's not stand on ceremony here.
You'd admit defeat if he has a great week 1? I would say by the letter of the law, yep, I would have to give that up.
And Gronkowski has it. Was he across the pylon? Yes, he was.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
When it ends, then I will say, oh, it's over. And that will probably be when Tom Brady decides to stop punishing all of us.
Your punishment must be masturbate.
It is Dorsey.
There are other people against Brady, the cliff people.
The what people?
There's 4 letters. The 4 letters, the cliff.
I've heard people say he's going to fall off a cliff 5 years ago. Okay, in 2 more years he's going to fall off a cliff. Stop looking at the birth certificate all the time.
He's the oldest to do pretty much everything that he's done this year.
17 years ago, we were the largest underdogs in the history of the Super Bowl. We're taking on the exact same franchise.
Man, that first Super Bowl against the Rams, the greatest show. You talking about a mismatch. When Tom told Robert Kraft as a 6th rounder, this is going to be your best draft pick ever, Tom Brady helped create the Patriot way. It was inside of him.
If we go back to that first Super Bowl.
And now with no timeouts, I think
You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Remember how John Madden was saying, go to overtime, play for overtime.
You have to play for overtime now. I don't think you want to force anything here. You don't want to do anything stupid. Have no timeouts and you're back up.
I am not in danger. I am the danger.
Well, Brady and Belichick thought differently.
He has been very, very impressive with his calmness.
I am the one who knocks.
His 4-2-40 has been his brain and his drive.
You all know exactly who I am.
Here's Brady again. And it's Troy Brown, and he gets out of bounds, and they might be in Vinatieri's reign.
That team, they won 11 games that year when they were 0-2 and 5-11 the year before. Then they won the Super Bowl.
Now, say my name.
Thanos.
Vader.
Sauron.
B. Heisenberg. You're goddamn right.
I thought age was going to catch up to Tom Brady.
You know, Father Time catches up to you. But if we want to sit here and pretend that this is the same guy we saw last year, it's simply untrue. Brady calls out. Tom Brady, by the middle of next year, it's going to be the remains of Tom Brady.
There's deep-rooted anger in you, Max, and I see it. I see it.
And they got man just on both sides of the ball throughout the game.
You saw Tom Brady didn't have targets to throw the football to because guys just weren't getting open.
And there's issues on offense, too. Wide receivers are not getting open for Tom Brady.
Brady, deep downfield into double coverage. And it's intercepted. Intended for Dorsett. That's Darius.
Tom Brady, 133 passing yards in a vacuum. Okay, maybe it's a one-off. But then you add it to the fact that maybe Bill Belichick has been worried about him getting on in years.
Are the Patriots in trouble?
They're absolutely in trouble.
Patriots fans, be worried. This thing is starting to fall apart.
If the Pats lose this weekend, it is officially panic time.
They've lost 2 in a row. This team hasn't lost 3 in a row since 2002.
New England Patriots aren't good. Not a shock. I said before the season.
This is about Independence Day for NFL America.
But it's the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night.
The reign of terror will finally be over.
This is not the same Patriot team.
It is not the typical slow start.
They're older, they're slower.
It is uncharted waters.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Wait!
Let's be the first to do it back to back to back. The greed is good strategy, I think, is working for all of them.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
And 68 seconds on the clock to get Adam Vinatieri.
That Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with.
Brady does not stop. He's robotic. Him and Bill Belichick, what they do.
Time.
It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop until you are dead.
Hasta la vista, baby. That when you come to play, you better be ready to come play against the Tom Brady that you all know and hate.
Did we just lose him?
Not all know and love, but that you all know and hate.
To wield not one, but 2 Infinity Stones.
You're going to have to come play, and you're going to have to beat me. I'm the same Tom Brady that you think I am.
So here he comes, a 5-time Super Bowl champion, a 4-time Super Bowl MVP, a 3-time league MVP, and a 13-time Pro Bowler. And by the way, for good measure, back in 2009, he was Comeback Player of the Year. There's not one thing this guy has not won in his life.
The Patriots have now agreed to terms with the Browns to trade for Josh Gordon.
The universe lies within your grasp.
Brady now over 300 yards for the game, 83rd time in his career. Looking for all of it. Caught by Gordon. Touchdown, Patriots. Career touchdown pass number 500, and he's now found 71 different players for touchdowns in his career. That is an all-time NFL record. And that's all-time pass coverage, too.
Because if you didn't know before, you know now. You know now about Mahomes and the Chiefs. Because at this point, nobody wants any part of these guys.
It was 3rd down. It was a big play in the game.
Batman's left-handed! How did he pull that off?
Because I'm Batman.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
I think the Patriots are also like the Empire.
I didn't see the light until I was already a man.
It's Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and the Death Star they pilot around the NFL.
This team has survived the next best thing in the AFC several times.
Delayed blitz by New England. Mahomes, corner pattern right. He wants Tyreek Hill.
Most impressive.
Touchdown! Kansas City!
The Force is strong. It could destroy us.
He's Palpatine.
He's just the boy.
And Brady is Vader.
3rd and goal.
It just doesn't matter. None of it ever matters. It's just win after win.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Well, you see Brady get a lot of touchdowns on runs.
Mahomes will start initially under center. Play action fake, outside rush. Mahomes stepping up.
I will never join you! 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown! Kansas City and New England for the 2nd straight year sees the Cheetah go for 75.
There is no escape. You're beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't make me destroy you.
1st and 10 from the 48 of Casey, dropping back. Separation, makes the over the shoulder catch. And he's tackled by Parker inside the 10. Right down the Patriots prevail.
I am your father.
As the great John Sterling once said, raise your glass. Man, do I need one.
Tom Brady in this Tom versus Tom thing, he's given up his life for football. And that's why he's beating Father Time right now, to my shock and surprise.
03-04 Super Bowl champ.
Second year in a row, and for the third time in the last 4 years, the Patriots celebrate winning the Lombardi Trophy.
Does he think his legacy is not cemented?
I think he looks at himself as a sixth-round draft choice, and he's always looked at himself as that. That's why he prepares. That's why he never takes anything for granted.
Right back up to the line after a gain of 6 and 2nd down and 4.
They have survived the fads of offensive and defensive changes.
I agree.
This may be the fastest I've ever seen this Patriot offense. They're not even lined up. This is amazing. They're dropping mouthpieces. You have no idea. They've never seen a pace like this, and really neither have we.
They've survived the doubts about Tom Brady's age.
2 minutes into the drive, they've already run 7 plays.
They've survived year in and year out of us trying to write them off.
It's a warp speed drive. Man, you run 10 plays in 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Hyper warp speed is what they got.
Absolutely.
But Tom Brady he's like Jason. You can't stop him. He's so good, so incredible.
When Tom terrific get the ball, when Captain America did it, he's going for the kill, buddy.
3rd and long for New England. Deep drop, Brady. For Gronkowski, he's got it! Touchdown, Patriots!
I'm not buying it. Just like everybody thought the Red Sox were going to roll with Big Papi at age 39.
I don't think they're dynamic enough. I just don't think they have perimeter skill.
Because I feel like every year we talk in the offseason about, man, how are they going to do it? I mean, they didn't get this guy. They don't have that guy. This guy's hurt. This guy's missing.
Pass is caught first of the game by Josh Gordon. And the big
What's also true is there were reasons to believe this year that this was the year the Pats didn't get a bump.
Throws another big one. Gordon for the touchdown.
Is Josh Gordon facing once again indefinite suspension for violating the terms of his reinstatement under the substance abuse policy?
From a football perspective, this is pretty difficult for this football team. He's been an important player. Like I said, he's carved out a massive role on this team.
Critical pass now at 11:15 left in this football game.
Seattle, did you forget about Seattle in the Super Bowl?
That defense wanted to put TB12's pelt right on the wall.
Brady's going to step up. Edelman.
Everybody was talking about how great Seattle's defense is. What did Brady do? He did the same thing.
The bigger the game, the better he is.
And Brady, 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
Amendola for the touchdown.
Were you surprised that the Patriots came back against this defense?
No, because Brady. I always tell my friends, never pick against Brady.
Down 3 as we near the 2:15 mark of the 4th. The Patriots with a 2nd and goal to go. The ball inside the left.
They've been down by double digits. They've been down 10 points, and they've won each of those 4 times.
Touchdown, Patriots! They're back in the lead.
We've seen Tom Brady do
so many times,
including the Super Bowl.
As the legend of Brady grows.
Things seem dire. What do you do in life? You go right to people that you can depend on.
The time has come for us to act.
3, Malcolm, go!
They benched 25. They benched him. 21 in.
You are about to die at the hands of the children of Thanos.
Down to half a minute. Intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal. Malcolm Butler.
The greatest quarterback ever is Mr. Brady. Period. Period.
There are 2 more stones on Earth.
Well, 38th all-time postseason game. It's staggering.
It's at the age of 41. The fact that he's still doing it at this level, at this age, he was the MVP of the league last year at age 40. To me, that ends any discussion.
Let the games begin.
he is going to fall off a cliff.
And again, it's Edelman.
Tom Brady is going to be a bum in short order.
Throwing the ball so fast, Tom.
That will happen. Brady will go from being elite
For the touchdown.
to can no longer play effectively in the NFL. It's going to happen in an eye blink.
And here we go.
Kansas City, here we come.
And here comes the Patriots, Kansas City. This is going to be fun. Kansas City's the best team. I really believe it. They're the best team in the AFC.
We played them earlier this year. I know, everyone thinks we suck and, can't win any games. So we'll see. It'll be fun.
The biggest lead was 25 points at 28-3 with under 2.5 left.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Brady. End zone touchdown. Amendola. They go 91 yards here. They'll have a chance to tie. Edelman comes down with a football. They're saying it's a catch.
What he did today for that Gronk was simply incredible.
Touchdown, James White.
That performance today catapulted him up to being the best that ever did it.
This is a tie game. Don't ever count Tom Brady out.
It is heads. New England on the top.
The record for most fourth quarter double-digit comebacks.
My name is Wolverine.
Was the Dallas Cowboys with 2. The Pats have 3 in the last 4 seasons.
He's going for the kill, buddy.
Best ever? Best ever in my book.
He's not going for the field goal with Gaskowski. He's going to the fun zone. No in between.
Absolutely disgustingly sick.
Best there is at what I do, but what I do isn't very nice.
They have completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, led by the greatest quarterback.
It becomes tiring at a certain point, but somebody need to do something about it.
5 titles since 2002.
1 to go.
But I don't think you can overreact to this one game. I still don't think the Patriots are very good.
A new power is rising. Its victory is at hand.
I think it's going to be totally wild atmosphere. And I think the Chiefs are going to come out, and I think they are going to handle the Patriots.
And you see Tom, he drops back. He doesn't have much open downfield. He's about to run. He sees that crease. He's about to run. Nope. No, I'm not. He pulls back up. He has 2 hands on the ball still. Finds he's running back on a back shoulder throw versus tight coverage for a huge 3rd down conversion.
With 33 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Yes, the answer is the cliff has arrived.
And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown!
I can feel your anger.
Chiefs down by 2 touchdowns.
I do not believe Brady will be a great quarterback this year.
Biggest quarterback in postseason history. Tom Brady in his 13th AFC Championship game.
Gets just over the hands of Van Noy. Sinks it for the end zone. Caught by Kelsey on a slant. Touchdown, Kansas City. You can have a great plan. Guess what? That quarterback's someone, there's magic, and they can just make stuff happen.
They're going to run a screen near side. Damian Williams set up 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Kansas City!
Taking the lead.
A 23-yard touchdown. The Chiefs have their first lead of the night in this AFC Championship game. Mahomes, 3 touchdown passes in this half.
They're calm, they're cool, and they're going to find a way to overcome it and get the lead back.
They're going to put this ball, they'll run it, but they're going to put this ball in Tom Brady's hands, and he's going to start to get shotgun and drop back and pass.
Comes to right. Brady takes the snap, gives to Michelle, runs it right, first down and more, untouched, into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Patriots as they regain the lead.
First down, goal to go at the 2-yard line. Kansas City handoff. Damian Williams into the end zone. Blasts in there, touchdown. Kansas City. But nobody could come back from this. No one could score with 2 minutes to go. There's never been a player who could.
You don't know anyone in the building who's capable of that, huh?
Oh my gosh. This is exactly how it's supposed to come down.
Tom Brady has 56 career comebacks.
Minute and 57 to decide it. Complete. Edelman, what a catch.
Watch Tom. He kind of signals, hey. Don't snap it. Look back at me. I want to go to the alert. I want to go to the second play.
They're competing from the shoulders up, and a lot of these guys just don't have the football acumen to compete.
2:03 left, down 4. 20 degrees outside, and our quarterback's 41 years old.
Oh my gosh, Tim. Here it is. Tom Brady's got the ball at the 35 to go to the Super Bowl.
Did you say here we go?
Tom Brady just puts the superhero cape on. It's just unbelievable that he's still able to do this.
Yes. Caught by the Patriots inside the 5 by Gronkowski.
With 4 yards away from New England taking back the lead.
It's literally 10 degrees with about a 3-degree wind chill out there. You can't hear anything. Everything is silent.
Burkhead bolts ahead and scores the touchdown.
You're too old.
Rutgers kick. It is good all the way.
Wipe them out. All of them.
You ready to go a little longer?
Why not?
Heads.
You should have gone for the head.
It is heads. You want the ball.
11-4 in overtime in his career.
Money time. Money time?
Just for what?
Money players.
Shotgun snap on 3rd and 10 for Brady. In the pocket. Throws down a little. Edelman open in midfield. Makes the catch.
You could watch me torture an entire city. And then, when it is done,
It's a 15-yard dagger on 3rd and 10 again.
3rd and 10, 20 to Edelman. 3rd and 10, 15 to Edelman. 3rd and 10, 15 to Gronkowski.
and then when you truly understood the depth of their failure, then you have my permission to die.
Touchdown! Patriots! And they're bound for Super Bowl 53!
We're going back, baby. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. America's worst nightmare is back. We're going to our 4th Super Bowl in 5 years. Pack your bags, start our buses.
Brady walked into the facility and said, and I quote, "I am the baddest mother on the planet."
Which one is it? It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
In the land of Mordor, in the fires of Mount Doom, the Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret a master ring to control all others. And into this ring, he poured his will to dominate all life. One ring to rule them all.
And Brady was being stifled back there. And then, late in the game, and I know you'll say, sure, because that's what happens.
The power of the ring could not be undone.
Brady 9 Super Bowls appearances, has a chance to win 6 titles.
What did he do? 9 minutes left. He led a game-winning drive, as he always does, as he always has done. Better than any other quarterback in the history of the game.
Brady stands and lobs a throw to Gronkowski.
When it was nut crunching time, he goes and hits 4 for 4.
I will show you where I have made my home.
Giselle and the family.
Then I will break you.
Brady chant starting here.
How many damn times you gotta see the movie before you know the ending?
Makes the catch at the 45, turns left, and then he slides past
but
the 40-yard line.
But I don't believe there's been a quarterback that can call upon his greatness time after time when they need it the most. And when they needed it the most, when he needs to be absolutely great, he can do it.
He's going to cut it. I'm telling you, he's going to cut one loose right down the seam.
4 for 4, 67 yards.
Makes the catch over 2 defenders, tumbling to the 2.
It just sounds happy. I just told you they're going to bleed him. He's going to dink, he's going to dunk you, he's going to set
Guys,
you up.
this is something that we're probably never going to see again in our lifetime.
It's a 29-yard strike.
You should have learned. I should have learned. We all should have learned.
Running it for the touchdown. But it's 4th quarter and it's money time for the greatest guy to ever suit it up. You give him the ball when the game's on the line. Tie game, cool as a cucumber.
continues.
It was his 13th game-winning drive in the playoffs. No other quarterback has more than 6.
Sixth Super Bowl title. In the early 2000s, they won 3 of 4. Now they have won 3 of the last 5. Yes, it's still a dynasty.
6-time world champion. And there ain't nothing you can do about it.
But there is one constant throughout this whole 18 years. Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
But that Tom Brady is in a class by himself.
Nobody brings it home like Joe. It's nobody.